Yahya Sinwar is the head of a monster. It's not only a snake. This monster is the monster that planned and executed, or his orders were the ones who executed the massacre on October 7th. His brother is actually, since the last 3, 4 months, is Hamas chief of staff in Gaza. He is a very cruel guy. And I'm worried that if Yahya Sinwar was killed without his brother, that the immediate reaction would be that his cruel brother will start executing hostages. It seems that the Hamas leadership in Qatar, we have actually two Hamas in Gaza and Hamas outside Gaza. You are aware to that. So it looks like the leadership or the torch of leadership will be given again to Hamas outside. And this is why I said that there's an opportunity that after Sinwar is removed, I would say the old leadership, led by Khalid Mash'al, that actually evacuated the stage of leadership for Yahya Sinwar because he knew it will be temporary until he will be eliminated, and now it will be given back to Hamas outside. So it looks like it opens a chance to put an end to this war and to reach to a deal, and we will start working. Maybe it depends on what will be the reactions of Sinwar's brother about the day after in Gaza. We will see the same domino impact that we've seen in Lebanon after the elimination of Nasrallah. We understand now that that Hezbollah is a paper tiger. And the moment that we removed the leader who spoke or dealt or led psychological warfare, actually Hezbollah is nothing and it's all collapsing. And it seems like the same process or the same thing will happen in Gaza. And again, with a question mark, it really depends on Sinwar's brother, if he's alive or he was killed with him. Again, as it looks like now, as it looks like now in Israel, it was not something planned. It looks like an IDF group. I don't know. They worked in the area of Rafah or Maghazi. I don't know exactly where is that. And incidentally, they got some, I don't know, information, or they just saw a group of terrorists open fire without knowing that it's even Sinwar. And I've seen things that Gazans did to Gazans. So I don't want to talk about what Sinwar did to us. I want to talk about what Sinwar did to his own people. And that was one of his expertise. He tortured Palestinians. He killed Palestinians. He was a cruel man that had no problem that his own people, that his own family will pay a price as long as he is safe and nothing will happen to him. He used to torture people in prison. He used to execute Palestinians. So if he did it to his own brothers, to his own society, I'm not surprised that the orders that he gave and planned on October 7th came out so cruel, that his people did exactly what he did to his own people, to our children, raped them, burned them, chopped organs, cooked them, slaughtered, shot in the heads, and whatever. We all know the stories. I think we all seen those stories from October 7th. So he's not the head of the snake. He's the head of a monster. Until the war, 17,500 Palestinian workers from Gaza worked in Israel. Each one of them made 450 shekels a day. 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month. I calculated that. It's $500 million of money from Israel, cash, into Gaza. $30 million a month that were donated by Qatar to Gaza on a monthly basis. Let's calculate it, 12 months. There was a decision taken by Hamas and Sisi in Egypt that 65% of the goods to Gaza will be imported by a company in Sinai called Abna Sina. And Hamas taxed those goods, and they made an income of $700 million. How many refugees are in Gaza? 1.2 million. Who provided their needs inside Gaza? UNRWA. And who gave the money to UNRWA? The UN, guys, and it's your taxes, of course. And what about WFP that fed 300,000 people? And what about the World Health Organization that donated generators or fuel or whatever? So actually, the whole sovereignty of Hamas in Gaza was based on donations from the Western donor countries. So all the money that they did, that they taxed, that they also got from Iran or from Hezbollah, after they sold drugs all over the Middle East, the Keftagon pills, making billions of dollars. And with that, all they did is they prepared themselves to October 7th, to this, I would say, to this last war, as they described. And I'm not surprised when Hamas senior in Lebanon was asked in an interview the following, by the way, exactly what you just told me. And he was asked the following: how come you invested money and you created 500 kilometers of underground tunnels and you could not build a shelter to the people of Gaza? And his response was, and we have it recorded, that our responsibility as Hamas is to build the tunnels for our terrorists. He said, Nukhba, I would say terrorists. And the shelters are not our responsibility, it's the UN's responsibility. So what would you expect? That they will actually do good for their own people? You know, Gaza could become, with all the aid that they got, Gaza could be Hong Kong of the Middle East. And they missed, again, an opportunity. Actually, they never missed an opportunity to miss an opportunity. In media and social media, people are sharing their happiness about the success of the IDF. On the other hand, it looks like it's not going to take long before the discussions will actually start with what I just told you, that people will be worried about the future of the hostages in Gaza, because it will have an immediate impact on them. There will be some feeling of success in the following 12, 24 hours. I'm sure that, again, okay, with a big mark, if his brother is alive, he will, I'm afraid that he will maybe do something drastic like execute hostages to demoralize our society. But if he's also dead, it looks like this victory is going to be like this domino effect that will bring us as fast as possible to a deal and then to the day after in Gaza.